Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Osean air defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been my best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, Our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead.
What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and feedback. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Your situation's tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control. Do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
For that, Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Welcome. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. Jeez, I can't tell them apart.
Target is down.
Attaboy, Trigger.
Mage 2, Fox 3. Mage 2, Fox 2. Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Caution. Pull up.
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Caution.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian Army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osea versions. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Each squadron, sortie ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Page 2, locked.
Intercept! Fire the AA!
Page 2,
Clear our
is
vehicle
launched.
out of there! Target confirmed destroyed. It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Page 2, ABC destroyed.
Requesting permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Targeting gun range.
The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. Allied territory. Trigger, there's one more to go. this quickly. Launch preparations complete. Hold for three. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAV is ready to launch. Away! What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility and all aircraft. You know what IG turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He said, change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Target in range of guns.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more. I'm on this one's tail. Careful in those clouds. The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger. Don't try to read their movements.
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy. 1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. H2, next.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt. Show up for the radar. Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
Miss. That's a miss.
Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it...
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. Attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger.
Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them sights even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins. If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move even if you're in a 9G turn. 4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Where are our reinforcements? They got me.
3 remaining.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Eject!
He escaped into the clouds.
Before we cover. We need reinforcements now!
Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Fox 2. Nice kill. 1 remaining. Looks like they weren't ready for a fight. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear. I haven't even broken a sweat. Missile incoming! Invade! Break! What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Missile.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break, now!
Just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones. These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Gold Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the arsenal bird. What's going on here? Missile inbound, I can't get away. They came to the rock.
That's a miss.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron, detail.
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Yo, Golem 1, heads up. Check your 6.
Golem 2, let's maintain elements. Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! Another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
Coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
Huh? What the hell?
Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Hey! I'm breaking off!
Skeleton 2 lost.
Not incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. Earlier, all of us arrived at your end.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Column and main squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Damn it, I can't break away!
Target lock. Firing. Got one in my sights.
Main squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs.
Yowza.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem squadron, Mage squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. Not on my watch.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. My status is fine.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit. System 30.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile!
It's like he...
Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against MSU-30. It's wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-rate aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
Not good. Brody, break off. That's it, baby. Come here, puppy.
Golem and Mage Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of friends. Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The wing can eat.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2! Support! Somebody! Support!
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brony?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem squadron, Mage squadron, withdraw.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. 1000 to runway. H2, lower speed. 1500 to runway. H2, lower nose, you're too high. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadron...
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many Gs he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, It looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused. Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there. Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Mage 2, target destroyed. Missile inbound! Missile inbound! Half of the SAM sites are down. Missile launched. Target destruction confirmed. Mage 2, target down.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Golem Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Half of the anti-air guns down. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before then. Target destroyed. All anti-air guns destroyed. Destroy the remaining SAM sites and secure the LZ.
This is Sea Goblin. We've arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Mission still in progress. Stand by. All SAM sites down. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point in sight. We're almost there.
Salatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiated.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run to the container!
It's elevated.
Yeah, Mage 2 destroyed the target. Locked, it's chow time. Swarming. There's no way we can provide adequate cover.
Ambush! Fire from the fourth floor! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back! Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harling, stick right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive? Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up. UAV down. Watch out.
They got the chopper and Sierra 2! That was barbaric!
UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down.
Rocket!
10.
Going to, hang in there.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. Get Mr. Harley got him.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. UAV confirmed down. 3 remaining.
We found an Erusian transfer crash. His engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harley.
Will do. Vehicle down. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can call them?
Enemies locked on.
Locked. Fox 3. 1 remaining. Missile launched.
We'll pass us some exhaust before the enemy wears out.
All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
Mother Goose 1 taking off.
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogey's on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, warming up!
Enemy UAV down. Great job, Trigger. Mage 2, locked. Mage 2 splashed a bandit.
Roger. Transport. Orders on the fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. This isn't exactly a fighter. Target lock. Firing.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose Liberty over Justice. Courses have already changed.
UAV confirmed down.
Cargo 1, where's the signal? Cargo Squadron, stand by for my order. What about the White House? I need the harbor. You won't be able to get home. Then if this is Mirage. Where's the signal? Gargoyle, change radio frequency. Leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed. Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, Babel.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel.
Babel, roger.
Gargoyle did their job.
Figures, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. ATM 1 hit restored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator swim brake took a crash. Nothing more. Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Mother Goose 1 hit!
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Missile away. Bandit is down. Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond. Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Behind one.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1.
Mate 2. Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Is it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Osean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Osean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this, talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty. National Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His TAC name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope. You'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay. I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Wonder how many will lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Woohoo! My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back.
Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted and go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Damn, you're good.
Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision, not even a pencil.
Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you? This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm covering surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back from around. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll roll you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atone for your crimes. One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto. That's messed up. Look behind you, Eyebolter! Look at that. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes. The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Is it that convincing? Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower! Hey, what's with all the shaking? There's smoke! Send in the fire team! Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I make a shoot down all? Commander McKenzie? Damn it! Spare 15, stay within the operation area. Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Be done by now. Gonna have to remake the odds. Wanna bet which one of us gets the first kill after it starts?
This is the meeting.
If count's going
I decide when you die.
Alright, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line too? I'll show you all how it's done.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target.
Allow me to educate you. This unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called SID lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
Chaff and flares are low.
Bingo, direct hit.
Stall warning. Missile. 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 Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
This is decent at what it's famous for. Don't go that far. Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Gee, now he thinks he's squadron leader. Trigger, don't get shut down now. You got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up.
Missile.
You don't need to yap to pull the trigger.
Bring that down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot. I should have put it all on Trigger. Trigger again!
On fire! We're going down!
Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out!
This is a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Maybe she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy. Get on their ass if you want to score. Your targets are still active. Keep up the attack. What the hell are you doing? Are you? Wilco, Kinsey, please maintain silence for the moment. That Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was tough luck, tabloid. Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 2 targets remaining. Someone make a squadron of convicts. Gotta be some kind of reason. Now the paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Baron and his dog has an idea how to end it. 1 bandit left. Take him down now. First come, first serve.
Missile.
I'm on attack. Bandit acquired. Fox 2.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack! Champ, missile headed your way!
Missile.
Oh yeah! Let's do this. Sparing, watch your mouth. All targets confirmed eliminated. Hell yeah! Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight. Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing? Then you win. So what, you're not done? Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. 1,500 meters. Lower your nose. You're too high. At least you're down. Careful with the aircraft next time.
I lost a lot of money for that, Trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now. Woohoo! My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess. And I found out later, she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly beautiful. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Preparations complete. Stand by at the front. Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as a tack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. All squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. Do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Kind of specialty line. The fire set up a chain reaction.
One of the guys are getting out of line.
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return leg. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
I'm out. Turn to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Irregulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around.
Locked.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Righto.
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that fool man?
now, as well as a jailer.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Locked on. My finger's on the trigger.
Fox 2.
You have an AA weapon.
Fox 2. AA gun down.
Hostile has a lock. Need help.
Missile incoming! Break! Break!
Spare 15 target destroyed.
Let's bet how much damage we can do with just machine guns.
Fox 2.
Bandit on your rear.
The base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they'll tell you what to do next. Rosia has one. And Robo says where and when pawns like us will die. Do they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bandog.
You cool your heads off in solitary.
Let's look into this doctrine thing.
Man, you're delusional.
A bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Look for more enemies. See if they can't hit you this time. Missile away.
Enemy down. Stay sharp.
Target is still alive. Nice and exposed till I say otherwise. Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280. They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface.
Yep. Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The murderer's done it again. Gonna have to rethink the odds. Did Jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Pure military
finished. Shut up.
Try to stop me.
I'm getting me by the trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score. Kill? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows who played your numbers.
Trigger crashed. Idiot.
Let me fight!
Spare 15, target destroyed. Engage or face punishment. You'll pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle for best once and for all.
Break!
The enemy's gunning for me. Behind!
Fox 2. Target destroyed. 3 minutes remaining. Vehicle down. You're low on missiles.
Trains destroyed all the trucks. Let me fight!
AA gun down.
Missile!
Spare 15 locked.
Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid. I'm finally finding my crew. On my target.
2 minutes remaining. On your 6.
Enemy sticking in my rear! Trigger eliminated target. There's no way this base can be attacked from the air.
Vehicle down.
Trigger, missile, get out of the way! I'm spiked, I'll shake him.
Hostile has a lock.
Evading!
Never thought I'd say this. You're doing a hell of a job, Spare Squadron.
Congratulations from the guard dog, untouched.
Don't make me take it back. Eradicate the rest of them. 1 minute remaining.
Spare 15 got another. That's 3.
They're taking off from inside.
Is the trigger still
Donald? You gotta be kidding.
Nice job, Trigger. That's 5. I've shut down 6.
Bullshit. We're still on 2.
Hey, are you sure your radar's working right?
Okay. You've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them. You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Osean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
Flight preparations complete. You're cleared to taxi. Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider Squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Understood.
Low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. That's working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
Enemy sighted! Closing fast! Assistance! You sure? In this weather?
Missile.
Missile incoming! Evade!
Spare 15, launching missile. Spare 15, target destroyed.
Are you telling us we have to dodge lightning?
Spare 15 is down. Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider Squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Understood.
Low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. That's working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes. Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
Are you telling us we have to dodge lightning?
AA gun down. Missile away.
The regular force's secret reconnaissance plane is deep inside Erusia? They're investigating the ruins. That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They had a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I can find out.
Enough talk.
Don't panic! They'll crash on their own!
Spare 15 locked. Spare 15, target destroyed.
The enemy's got a lock!
You win! I can't fight free!
Good guy, you amateurs!
Destruction of target facility confirmed.
All Commander thinks about is looking good for the General Staff Office.
The mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Righto.
Target and gun range. Fire.
Missile.
Radar facilities are silent, but those SAM sites are still a threat. Eliminate them.
Thunderclouds are common this time of year.
Fox 2. All targets destroyed. No complaints here.
Missile.
Caution. Bandits inbound. Here come the UAVs.
that hole to get home, too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about. As we say in my house, there's a line between bravery and stupidity.
Right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
Someone flew into the thunderclouds!
Spare 15 has broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass. It's gonna be a long way around those thunderclouds. All cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Schreier.
Straight up, landed on your six.
Hell by getting in between them and the UAVs.
They don't even have time to check radar. Missile inbound, drinking. I can't get into over Strider 4, evade!
Trigger's been struck by lightning.
Calm down. Check your HUD for errors. You'll make it if you don't panic.
Strider 4, missile inbound.
Evading incoming missile.
Radar confirms Spare 15 has come out of the clouds.
Trigger just flew into a thundercloud without even blinking. Strider 4 is hit. Cyclops 4.
Damn, keep them safe.
Kinda got my hands full. Some of the UAVs are behaving strangely.
UAV splashed.
Cyclops 3, evade that missile!
Objective lost. I told you not to let any get shot down. The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about. As we say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity. Someone flew into the thunderclouds!
Spare 15 has broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass.
Trigger's been struck by lightning.
Calm down. Check your HUD for errors. You'll make it if you don't panic.
Thanks. I owe you.
Watch your tails, guys.
Enemy on my tail.
Right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
I've been spiked.
UAV down.
Man dog, there are still 5 aircraft in the combat zone.
Fox 3.
They move pretty good for machines.
UAV, lots of them.
Enemy has a lock on.
Strider 3, get that enemy off your ass!
Dealing with 9Gs is tough, but for those UAVs, it's just another day at the office. Why are we risking our lives to wipe someone else's ass?
Start complaining when you can keep your own nose clean.
Damn it. Wiseman 444 squadron support incoming. Sorry, but I'm using this chance to break off.
Jaeger, look after the survivors.
Roger.
Enemy's got it.
Dodge that missile. Cyclops 2, look behind you. Missile inbound, evasive maneuvers, break! Cyclops 4, enemy on your tail.
Hostile behind me.
This is bad. We're fading fast.
Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy.
Try and stop me.
I owe you one.
Cyclops 4 has broken off. There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys in support.
Looks like there's one guy who's got it on his backs.
Evade! Missile incoming!
15. All UAVs in the vicinity confirmed destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks. Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare Squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Oh, give me a break. You have more chores for us?
Spare 8, Champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear. All available units support Spare 8.
I don't need any support. This is all mine. Damn it. He's glued to my tail. Still not firing. I ain't afraid of it. Spare 8. No dogfighting. Negative. I'm not letting this slide. Woohoo!
You could have done that sooner. I want to understand the enemy.
Shot down Champ. He was toying with him.
Spare tail lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All Spare Squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the bandit off of them.
That's not possible.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
Some force craft flying out of bounds.
Damn cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. You guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11. An element to take up the rear. Forget it. Trigger's taking the reset on. You changing what's
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do.
Sol 2, Sol 3. They've got 2 rear guard. The better one's mine. Don't call me that.
Please respond. What's your status?
My status? Well, I'm feeling a little excited.
Go get him.
Sol 2, this is Sol 1.
Seal 2 here. What's up?
Honestly, did not connect. That wasn't the plan.
Bandits in the clouds. Chase them down. You've got this.
Wiseman, you see that color? Wait, he's flying?
It's Mr. X for sure.
The pilot of the experimental squadron's X-plane.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. This like the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man we didn't want to run into. If it comes down to it, back as a shield. Just get my guys out of here.
Understood.
We dodged again. Interesting. From white lines. Do we signal or something?
You're telling me there's only 2 craft taking on the orange guy?
Just relax to
I wouldn't last a minute.
Team 1, going to assist.
Your job's out the line.
The enemy's in the clouds. Follow them, Spare 15. Do something or the entire recon squadron could go down.
Version, do not engage. If he gets close, just run.
Copy that. He's gonna do that anyway.
Spare 15, caution. If your plane gets beat up, you're a sitting duck.
Just miss it. You guys got him flying
biggest dumbass in the unit.
Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves.
I'll guide you back to Air Force Base 444, though I doubt you have enough gas to make it.
Appreciate the help. Will we be at the base?
I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far, don't screw up now. $3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. 1,500 meters. Lower your nose. You're too high. Great work. Nice job in not ruining a good plane. Your work's still far from done. Stand by for further orders.
The crew said the enemy had one mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk, locked on, and took them all out in the blink of an eye. Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him. It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. Kinda surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left their buddies to the shark. Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick.
You returned without permission and failed as escorts. So how about you rethink your value while in solitary? Take them away. Well, well. After all, I've spent enough of...
I had a chance to talk to one of the pilots that escaped back here, so I took it. Apparently, 2 of our planes took the enemy on alone. They covered the Allies so they could retreat. The hell kind of idiot does a thing like that? The last pilot to land back at the base was that scrawny anarchist dude. He always had this dumb grin on his face, like he didn't give a damn about whatever he did to get thrown in here with the rest of us. Was he the one who went gung-ho? I bought him a drink later. After the usual small talk, I turned the topic around to the mission. For an anarchist, he struck me as a bit weird. Nothing like what I expected. He talked a mile a minute and kept going on and on about library books. Not encyclopedias, those cheesy adventure novels you read in high school. Nothing against those. I like a good story myself once in a while. But I wasn't here to talk books.
I remember that day well. Amidst the swirling clouds, the fighter squadron was trying to help its allies reach safety.
He's pretty foolish, isn't he?
I thought so too. Suddenly, a highly skilled enemy fighter squadron appeared and began picking them off at the edges. One by one, they fell. Right out of the sky.
Although, I guess there was nobody around that was even more foolish to go to their aid then. So you simply watch things unfold from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, who would have ever thought that I'd just go and follow him straight into the enemy squadron like that?
After what felt like decades, I finally got to the info I was looking for. He wasn't the guy. He said he was just following his wingman's lead and managed not to die somehow. The hero on this mission was the new guy. The one that killed Harling. How did you feel?
I'm still... actually. But you know, I do feel a certain sense of pride, too.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
I went to the hangar to have myself a closer look at Trigger's plane. I knew that burnt smell. That's what happens when an engine's been driven to its limit. This pilot was a hot dog. From now on, I was going to keep my eye on this idiot. From a distance, though. I didn't want to get too tight with someone who was a better pilot than my dad. Even so, I decided to give this guy's plane a little bit of the old Avril magic touch. He needed all the help he could get.
Attention! If you disobeyed orders in the previous mission, line up over there. You won't disobey a second time. Do not test my patience. The biggest threat to our forces is the enemy's enormous swarm of drones. In order for our forces to penetrate deep into Erusian territory, we'll need to clear a path. You will destroy the enemy's fuel plant. HQ has found evidence that fuel is being moved intermittently inland from a refinery at the harbor in Artiglio. It's likely they're supplying fuel for the various drone bases. Those of you whose food privileges were taken away already know how this goes. We silence the drones by taking their fuel. Enter via the estuary, take out their AA, destroy the fuel points on both sides of the river and their oil tankers. Remember, you're not bona fide military. You're expendable.
Stand by at the front.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. The boats, more warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military.
You think you look anything like military?
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
I've got more bad news. The Megastorm and Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Another one dropped. Take this.
Burn, bitches!
Are you guys all nuts? I thought it was one of you things. Some of these being stuck in the computer layer.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Missile.
It's like watching a fireworks display.
Missile.
Burn, baby, burn. Stuck on this.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
You've got one on your tail!
Missile.
Kill on target confirmed.
We don't have enough anti-air weapons. The enemy's got great range.
The enemy's got it for me.
3 minutes remaining. Vanessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time.
You're just quietly plugging away.
Man, Doug was right. We're no proper military. Enough of the weird and now act out. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here even more than I do. It's all about where you're from.
Jackpot, the tanker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before they're flying.
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one.
Look at that oil, just burn up the steam.
Missile. Missile.
Two minutes remaining.
Enemy has a lock on them.
Missile.
Trigger, hostile behind you.
Missile.
Hardly the time to worry about that. Just go. Enemy sighting.
Flank the target.
Missile. 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 Missile.
There's a lock on Trigger's burn. Hey, Trigger, why do you think this stupid war keeps dragging on?
Here he goes.
It's all because countries exist.
Continuing attack.
Shouting that and throwing a rock got me in. It's all ashes now.
Well, you have free meals and a warm bed. You should thank our good citizens. Vehicle down. 1 minute remaining. Dust cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary.
Bandit fire. Firing. Can't put the fire out. Get back.
Target destroyed. 30 seconds remaining.
Hostile has a lock.
Missile. Missile.
Target shaking. Missile.
Missile.
Missile, whoa, whoa!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy has a lock on them.
Looking good.
I'll take jobs like this any day.
Missile.
Megastorm and Nessa 2 is about to arrive.
Wait. Bring out the trucks. Make sure the roster's split. Take every drop of fuel you can carry.
some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. HQ saw them on satellite. Burned down everything that turns up.
Why are they popping on and off of radar?
Sand clouds. Sand breaks up here and there. That's when radar picks them up. If you detect something, strike fast.
Staring at my radar and trolling? This is not my style.
Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough.
You sure you can trust that intel?
Easy for you to say.
Enemy in gun range.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself. Okay, if you think that's for the best. Got one on radar. Moving.
The truck is vanished into the dust.
Chase it down, dimwit. Missile away. Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you wipe them all out.
Eyes like a jackal, Trigger.
Spare 2, count. Where the hell do you think you're going? You're approaching Erusian territory. Return.
Just following orders to find tankers. So how about you go chew on the phone?
I can't see a thing.
Quit blubbering. Talk to me when you find a target.
Bastards picked a hell of a place to hide.
Target down. Vehicle down. The rising smoke marks their graves.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Spare squadron, a new enemy is approaching. Bearing 350 from the reference point.
They're coming from the north. Did they pick up Count's aircraft? Wait a sec, don't go blaming me.
They appear to be Erusian drones.
More UAVs? Why are they always after us?
The mission stays the same. Destroy the tankers.
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
A cat doesn't have enough lives to carry out your orders.
Do your duty and take out the tankers.
Nice sentiment, Bandog.
Column of smoke. Who did that? Trigger.
Trigger, I like your style. I heard drones can be hacked, so why aren't we doing that?
Pull up. Nickel.
Spare 15 locked. Tanker confirmed eliminated.
You can't run from us.
Keep going. Burn it all. Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmine with your bare hands.
I'm staying around. You know why that political offender check is still alive, don't you?
Trigger.
Better chance of living with him. Don't you go do any traveling on me.
Trigger, he's got a lock. This is Spare 11. UAV down. We got one. Allied aircraft down by a UAV.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission, full man.
We gotta get those UAVs. Shut the hell up. This has nothing to do with me.
You guys are celebrating, but I don't hear anyone saying all targets have been taken down.
Right along, Trigger. Target detected on radar.
Target confirmed near full man. Dig around.
Weapon systems acting up. They can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones here. Just say what you want. Have fun with your friends.
Never turn your back on the enemy.
Spare 15, target destroyed. You can't stick around forever. Find those targets.
Trigger trash the target.
Woo! Trigger again? It's burning. That was some primo jet fuel.
Nah, jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily.
That was standard gasoline.
How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums?
You're sticking harder than I thought. Stick with Trigger and you'll make it. That's how I'm still alive. Our tails will be exposed. I guess I'll be off the guys going after Trigger. That cheers me up. That killer rat's ass. You sound like you know something. I don't just give anything away for free.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Have them all. Trigger, I need support, now.
Enough of this Trigger bullshit. All aircraft, destroy the tankers.
Just leave them to it.
Got a target on radar. Trigger, it's near your position.
He's too quick.
Target is down. Well done.
Uncovered another one.
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke. But there could be more hiding somewhere.
We're not gonna lose the damn robot.
Nice kill, Trigger.
Don't forget, you're trying to take down the tankers.
I got no vision.
I ain't losing to no drone. How can we be expected to deal with the surface and the air at the same time? Trigger, hurry up and take care of the enemy.
Spare 15, target destroyed. It's possible it's made its way to the north of the operation area, towards Erusian territory. Time's running out. Find them. Ignore the UAVs and go after the mission targets.
We have to take out the UAVs first. Target on radar. Spotted one. On my way. UAV down. Was that Trigger?
All right, might just get out of this alive.
Don't tell me you're taking out drones for your squadron now, are you? They're not your friends. They're convicts just like you. Just worry about saving your own skin. You listening, Trigger? Target the tankers. The other idiots have their hands full with the drones. Understood. HQ sent a message. That was the last one. All aircraft, return to base. Bring up all those tankers will starve their drones for a while.
I'm still alive.
Stick with Trigger and you'll make it. Worked like a charm.
If you think that's all you need to survive, you might as well get your last rites now.
Exactly, that was all dumb luck. Wait, you were in earshot, Count?
Must have been straining to hear from high altitude.
Seems you've learned nothing in the sky, Count.
Well, yeah, it's not like there's anything I can learn from Trigger.
The mission was a success. There's nothing else I need to say. Dismissed. So it looks like we're getting attention from above. If any credit is due, it should come to me. Prisoners deserve nothing. It seems headquarters is starting to view some of you in the penal unit as a valid military force. Or at least that's what the rumors are saying. But that's bullshit. The only reason you're here is to atone for your crimes by carrying out missions.
Well, you sit on your ass and get medals.
You, solitary, now. Okay, on to the briefing. In this mission, you're going into Erusian territory. We know the Erusian Forces communications facility to the north in the Waiapolo Mountains is linked to the swarm of drones. Your mission is critical. You will destroy the facility and then weaken those drones. As it's important, the enemy won't go down without a fight. The area is watched over by spy satellites. If discovered, expect AA missiles. Unless you have a death wish, you must use the clouds for cover around the sides and base of the mountains. Use the clouds to hide from their satellites, and you just might have a chance to shake off their missiles. If you do find a missile on your tail, head to the clouds and pray. Let the missile kill you or crash into the rocks. That much freedom I will give.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you lot should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
What's more enclosed than solitary? Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
Enemies are attacking! Enemy aircraft are heading this way! Just drive them away. Chase them upward. Lead them into the missiles.
What if the radar isn't under a cloud? Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
Pull up.
Destroy radar sites. You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out.
They almost got hit by AA fire.
Radar site confirmed destroyed. However, not all radars have been taken out. The satellite's still in operation.
They sure aren't making things easy for us. Damn it, they're making us do something, but just what? It's a dangerous operation, but it's better than running through a minefield blind, I guess. You're so naive, Tabloid. What we're doing is exactly like running through a minefield blind.
Silence. You If you've got time to yap, you're not doing your job right.
Got in using a trick any amateur could think of. Picked up a bunch of intel.
Full man, that's your second strike. There won't be a third.
The enemy is back with a lot of anti-air weaponry. I know. I can't focus on attacking like this.
Spare 15 locked on. You're in plain view, Spare 15. Get back to the clouds. Target destroyed. 2 to go.
I got my hands on a password, and after some digging around, I found a bunch of stuff.
I'm not sure you understand what you're saying, Spare 6.
I'll let you in on it when we're home, Bandog. In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
I think you might be right. No, you're using them to fight. Cancel alert. Remember that satellite is up there. Radar site destroyed. Show the last one the same hospitality. Locked on target.
Bandits in the clouds! If we keep our distance, they'll eventually fall out of the sky.
All targets destroyed. That's the last of the radar sites we needed to destroy. That probably put a stop to their satellite's missile guidance capabilities. Someone fly above the clouds.
I like the sound of that.
You can deal with the exercise.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
What's going on, Bandog?
This is the Air Force Base 444 Squadron. What is your affiliation?
Nobody told me there was this many nearby. Incoming Allied fighters. Respond.
The regular forces don't want anything to do with the penal base.
Hey, they have radar lock.
The IFF says they're allies. Missile, whoa, time out. Don't tell me they're barrier troops. Someone's on me. Is he an enemy? Evade!
Ocean fighters, do not attack! Shit! These guys aren't allies.
Are they spoofing our IFF?
Modern IFF connects to our strategic system via satellites. It can't be decoded.
What about markings and craft type?
There's no time. I'm hit. I'm done. The enemy show no mercy.
At this rate, no one's going to get out alive. All aircraft head into the clouds. Get out of the enemy sight.
And then what? There's no way they can make it fake. They fled into the clouds.
This is close combat. I don't know who's on whose team.
Hey, the enemy's working in coordination. Who's on my tail? Is it an enemy? All aircraft, gather around me. I mean Trigger. What? Bandog, can you register Trigger and the blimps around him as friendlies?
What are you thinking? What good is that?
What other choice do we have?
Sure.
All right, all aircraft, form up on Trigger, nice and tight. Bandog, it's on you.
Full band, what's your location?
The tail end.
Understood. I've sent new ID data. Enemies will be marked as enemies.
Well,
sound good.
Air contact incoming at high speed. It's too fast to be an aircraft.
Not an aircraft, what is it?
What do we do? What's going on?
Five, four, three, two, one. Here it comes.
That's Shockwave!
My aircraft's gonna break up.
Huh? Incoming transmission from HQ. The weapon is codenamed Helios. It's a long-range missile carried by Arsenal birds.
Arsenal birds?
Sending over the predicted impact zone. It's coming in hot.
Damn, you're working quick today, Bandog.
Get too chatty and you'll die. Five, four, three, two, one.
How can they fire like that when they've got allies in the airspace? Don't they care about the pilots?
Half of the targets remaining.
Count! Missile! Breaking! Chase him down!
Damn. Helios inbound. Five, four, three, two, one.
Alarm shot from this far from the impact zone.
There are a few targets remaining. Concentrate. Shoot down remaining hostiles.
This is Spare 11, launching missile.
Damn, I'm targeted.
Buxton. Target hit. Count. One to go. Go get him.
One to go. Where is it?
Count.
Rhino, this is it! All right, I got the last one.
Oh, yeah! You like that, you dirty fake?
Damn it! God damn it! Why is this? What? Full band?
What the hell? Full band's down! Friendly fire? Didn't we get all the bandits?
Full band got tagged as an enemy.
What?
You did that on purpose, Bandog.
Did what?
Don't play dumb. Full band.
It was an accident. It got out of control. Return to base.
Son of a bitch!
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the cloud.
The mission was a success. There's nothing else I need to say. Dismissed. Hold on, Count. It looks like your kill numbers are going up every day. You know what happens by giving false reports. Anyway, you other pilots should learn from him. And when I do, their kill count will make my star shine brighter.
suddenly, we were being treated like a regular unit. We've been ordered to pack everything up and move the base further inland. We even got a transport plane. The funny thing is, no one here remembers I've got a bum leg and, oh, that I'm not a soldier. Take a look at the map. There's an island on the other side of Usea our Marines landed on. The space elevator's not too far from there. They tell us the airfield's being used as a base to support the elevator. Not sure if I trust that intel. Anyway, the transport plane's gonna drop us there, without any fighters to cover us. Some genius thought we could commandeer the enemy's jets they left in the hangars, and use those to fight. Y'all aren't real soldiers, they said. Any other day we'd be using you lowlifes to go out and dig up landmines. And prisoners don't get guns. You'll just have to make do with whatever we give you and like it. A phone. They don't let us prisoners near them. But with all the hustle and bustle of moving the base, they forgot to lock this one up. Looks like an antique. I lost my right for a phone call ever since I was arrested and locked up. It's trippy to think that I can just hook it up, dial a number, and talk to someone from my own country. Planning escapes ain't all I'm good at. I'm plenty good at remembering phone numbers, too. A little while later, I headed over to HQ. You must know.
We did get a call direct from command. That pipe, what exactly are you doing with it?
My grandfather had a lot of friends in the Air Force from his time as a lieutenant. My point? Well, you're going to set out in your own special aircraft. Then you'll send everybody else off in the wrong direction while you head somewhere else.
All right, fine. But just you and you alone. You're the only one allowed on board. Besides, there's only one seat left.
I said cool. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Attention, I've received a communication from the General Staff Office. It seems your ability to carry out missions has gotten the attention of the higher-ups. All of you have been pardoned. The Ocean Air Force Base 444 Squadron is now officially legit. In celebration, you are to join the operation to take back the base on Tyler Island in southwestern Usea. The battle is underway, and the airport to the south has been reclaimed. However, fighting with the remaining forces in the north is still active. You will all be stationed at the airport. The battle is not letting up. We expect extensive losses to all involved. Still, the fact that we've gained new ground is a blessing. My time as CO of the penal base is over. All command personnel, including myself, are being moved to a base in far eastern Usea. However, we will be stopping to refuel in Bulgurdarest. It's in Erusian territory, with close ties to Osea. Even if we detour, we will still have to fly through Erusian airspace in the end. And that is where we will need you ex-cons to come in. I've selected a number of you with mission experience to provide support. That's all. Dismissed. Hey, Trigger, wait right there. Though I'm not entirely happy with the arrangement, you are going to provide support. The drones might attack again. If they do, protect my aircraft with your life. If the General Staff Office hadn't stepped in and requested you, your ass would have been sent to Tyler Island. You were covered in Harling's blood, yet you still are messing around behind the scenes. You breathe in a way I don't like, and I'll shoot you out of the damn sky.